Where's the lambing? So we're clearing the little pet lambs' lamb pens out. They're getting new bedding put in, fresh bedding, and then they'll be shifted back. So we've had a couple of bad cases of bloat, which is when the stomach has a reaction and the gas in it swells up and expands in the lamb's stomach until it can't breathe and smothers it. So we almost lost 2 of these little lambs over the last couple of days, but we got them just in time, so all's well. And nothing has lambed for almost a week now, which is very unusual the way it has happened, but that's what's going on. So these little lammies are all in good form and skipping round. Aren't they all skipping round, these lammies? Everybody just loves a little bit of a scratch. I'm just sitting here on the sheep wires enjoying this little break with the sun, but this little girl has come to me here, and it's amazing how when they're having difficulty lambing that a sheep will come to you. Now it depends, if you have a huge flock and thousands of sheep it might happen, but when you're in a small way of going, like older times, a little number, small number, and you get animals get to know you personally, as an old farmer up the road used to talk about. When that happens, you'll find that these animals come to you to let you know they're having a little bit of difficulty. So that's how lovely it is to work with nature. So I'll get my examination glove on and have a little look at her. It may be that she's just a first lammer and not sure what the pains and all are and put about a bit, so is that right? So or it may be coming backwards or be some problem, so we'll have a wee look and see. Okay girl, come in now. Springtime is when you get your fertilizer on your grass to boost it, to make it grow, to cut your silage. And usually April and May, the old farmer's saying, is that the grass grows along with the cattle, and it's springing up at that time of the year. So that's when you put your fertilizer on to make your first cut of silage. And there are some amazing setups that the contractors use. You can just lift the phone and they'll drive into your yard with the fertilizer spinner on the back of the tractor, and a tractor and trailer full of fertilizer, and an auger in the back of that trailer. Then it goes up and augers it down into your spinner, which distributes it over the field, and some very impressive setups. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to get the fertilizer on, but as things go, we will not be using the contractor, because there's a super duper machine here in front of us. Yep, we have the International 674 Power Style Luxury, and on the back we have a Heubeck spinner, a 1960s model, and the International is a 1970, I think it's 1974, or around that. But the amazing thing is that it keeps going. It's unbelievable. But just to give you a rundown on the spec of this spinner, this is your digital display here. 100 weight, 2, 3, 4 and 5 when she's full. These are 100 weight bags, great for giving you a hernia. That's your granular fertilizer. I'm just realising that I'm out in my slippers here. I come out to feed a lamb there. I was in doing a mix in the house. So you can see the obvious swelling on her udder on the left hand side there. But I have stripped it out. There's a bit of hardness in it. That's how mastitis affects them. And then if that gets going on too long, she loses that quarter, becomes infected, and then the milk dries up in it. So I have caught her, milked her out by hand, and I've put a tube in her here, an antibiotic tube, into this quarter here. Or half a tube I've put into it's what you put in the sheep. So I just have coggled her over in the field, she's lying down. So we're just sorting her out now, and I'll just give her an antibiotic injection, and then she's free to go. So this is our little capture pen, and today we're sorting out a few problems. This girl over here at the back, the sheep, behind that 27, that's the one that had mastitis that I was doing the other day, and we tubed her and I give her an injection, and she's as right as rain. So I was just bringing her in to check her udder's soft again. And then this big lamb here with a dirty bum, he had to get a dose, so that's him. And there's one somewhere in here that has a little bit of a sore foot, which will be foot scald, and there's another sheep down the field as well, but she's easy caught. She comes running to us, so we'll get it sprayed up. So the little bit of foot scald problem here this morning again. Oh, little bit of blue spray. Barbara sprayed her own nose with it.
There's some. Oh dear.
It's not the normal Alamycin stuff we use, it's a similar, but there's a great spray with it. So that's him sorted.
Poor Greba Cross sitting on the wall. Poor Greba Cross sitting on the wall. Poor Greba Cross sitting on the wall on the cold and frosty morning. Oh, well, the first gave a craw. He took a
first
flew awa. The first gave a craw. He took a flew awa. First gave a craw. Took a flew awa on a cold and frosty morning. And the second gave a craw. He fell and broke his jaw.
His jaw.
Second gave a craw. Fell and broke his jaw. Second gave a craw. Fell.
It has just turned 3:45 and it's a Sunday morning and my mind is foggy, but I think it's the 18th of April today. And we have a lovely little set of twins. And this is a really good mum for a first time lammer. She has them well licked, so she's been going actually from about 3:10 or so this morning, so I've just been keeping an eye on her. So that's lovely. And this little girl here is also, she started lambing. So I don't know if you can make out the rain on the roof, but usually whenever you find low pressure in the weather coming in, I don't know whether it's an old wives' tale or not, but I mean, I notice it, that when you get a change in the weather like that, sheep will start to lamb if they're in and around their time. So how lovely is this to be bedding up the pens for the little lambs that are born on a lovely Sunday morning. And I only have 2 empty pens here, this one and the other one. I'll have to get it cleared out. There's an adopter crate in it. So I'll play you a little Sunday tune while I'm bedding up here. Look at that for a sunrise. Now there you are, 7 o'clock on the dot, and it was 3:30 I was up at, so that's how the day goes in. But I'll get away back to bed for a snooze here. Barbara will be out in about half an hour, or maybe earlier, to feed the pet lambs, so she'll waken me. Hey, switch that light out, will you, till I get to sleep? Working on a farm up at the crack of dawn. Jump out of bed and get your overalls on.
Get your overalls